Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to the weekly C Compute meeting. Um, and today we have a few points by Lee. Take it away.
Yeah, so I, just on the open floor, I've just got this bug that seems to have fallen through the cracks for a little while. So it was filed back in December just before shutdown. I think that was before shutdown. I was out on sick leave, so I forget which day of the week that was. But there was a live migration issue reported by a user between uh, Qubit 1.6.2 to 1.7. Um, Now, at the time, and at the moment, there is an issue in our upgrade testing with the operator where we're not picking the correct versions to start from to then upgrade to head. Um, Federica's working through that on main at the moment, and that's the second PR that's listed there. Um, Even with that, I'm still not able to reproduce this specific issue. So that there's likely something else with the VM. I've not looked at the VM spec that they've pasted into the bottom of the bug now. Um, but regardless, like something like this not being triaged or spotted for a little while is a little bit of a concern. They've been pinging about it upstream in the Qubit dev channel, and that's how I saw it yesterday when it came up. So for the for this meeting at least, like my simple question was, do we want to potentially revisit having a triage process as part of this call? I don't think that would have helped here because this didn't actually get marked as SIG compute until I manually did it. Um, so maybe there's another place where someone needs to do an initial triage and get it to a SIG. But yeah, there's some procedural stuff that's missing here that this should have been kind of flagged up at least earlier in January when folks got back online, or if not sooner, because it could be a serious regression potentially.
Yeah, to me it makes total sense. Maybe during pressure times, near freezes and stuff like that, will be occupied with more web related stuff. But in those moments that we are just after the freeze, I guess it makes total sense. We can maybe triage issues, and if it's not C compute, we can just add a different SIG label and move on, or something like that. Um, yeah, but I mean, to me, it makes sense. What do other people think?
I don't know. I mean, from my point of view, what we need to do here is focus on the PRs that are, um, that needs attention. This is definitely critical, but I don't know if this belongs to this meeting really. Um, I mean, what we didn't do for the past several or even more compute. No, sorry, the general keyboard meeting is that going over at least um, new issues, and maybe we should come back and do it on these calls. Another thing that I am thinking of is maybe what we need to do is to have a list of new issues that has been added that has not been triaged or just don't have any SIG assigned to it, and then review those in the community calls. But yeah, but here I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, we took about 26 reps this cycle, and then there are so many different PRs that are associated with this. We need to track those. I mean, there's no other time and place.
Yeah, no, yeah, like, I appreciate that. I still think we should make time on this call though if something critical like this does come in. Like that should be front and center, really, because it's affecting current users.
Maybe.
Potentially. Like, if it's just a case of saying, okay, can someone take a look at this and getting someone assigned, if it is against the compute, like, yeah, I agree that we shouldn't be doing that pre-triage as part of this call. But if there is something that is critical that comes through, this call is the right place at the top of this call just to say, okay, is someone working on this? And then we talk about the enhancements and all of the other stuff that is important, like you said. Um, but from my point of view, regressions like this in release software are the highest priority.
Could be. Just why not half an hour earlier, where most of the people are on the call? Well, I don't know. At least we need to prepare a list of these kind of issues, to look at, to go through.
Yeah, maybe we can think about how to make this call more structured in general. And I do agree that evaporated stuff should always take precedence. I was thinking to do those things only if we have time, but I'm not sure we will ever have time. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We can have a strict policy if we have critical bugs. We're just blocking PRs from getting measured. Then all our attention will be for critical bugs like this. Just like a very tough suggestion, but I know that Federico is working on that now. I was speaking today with Federico about this.
Yeah, on the version pickup stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. We can move on. I don't mean to hold this up anymore.
Yeah, but I think it's a good topic to discuss in general. Like, how do we make sense of all of our meetings and make them a bit more structured and clear? Maybe we can take Vladik's suggestion and look on approved web PRs.
By the way, the previous issue, is there anyone who is assigned to it already, or is it still on?
Sorry, on the bug.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, and Federico's looking at it as well. I've not seen the latest update from the customer from the user yet. So, yeah, Federico, are you looking at it? Do you want to take it or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I can. I just give it a quick look, trying to perform some updates from in the same starting point. So from 162, and actually, yes, as you said, our tests are working. So yeah, probably we are missing something, and yeah, of course, you can say to me that I don't know if I have time right now, but yeah.
Thank you, Federico.
Thank you.
I see that there are more agenda points here. So, Aurel, how are you doing?
Great, thank you very much. I have two PRs here. One, if you remember, there is an effort to split the big and convoluted converter logic invert launcher. This is the first PR. It splits part of the CPU logic. The other part have to come in a follow-up because it's quite complex. And the second PR is just dropping an irrelevant tests from template service. That's it from my side.
I will take a look at them. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about your configurator series of PRs. Did you find or did you agree on a way how to handle the arch specific stuff? I remember that some of those configurators are arch aware, while some of them are not.
Yes, there are two, I think, that are architecture aware, and we need to think what to do with them. I'm having to drop in 2 minutes, so I cannot go in depth right now, but we can take it offline, maybe tomorrow, discuss it in depth.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other thoughts about these? Thank you, Aurel. And Harshit, how are you doing?
Hey everyone, thanks. Uh, this is the bigger PR, which is based on the uh, an earlier one to introduce multi-hypervisor support APIs into KubeVirt. I have built on that API change to refactor the hypervisor specific logic in multiple KubeVirt components to decouple them from the core code, move them to the hypervisor interface implementations. And this PR is at a state where um, it offers the same functionality as vanilla KubeVirt without those interfaces for KVM virtual machines. And I want to get some feedback about the the refactoring that I have done in general. You know, uh, uh, that it follows the best practices of KubeVirt. And once I gain some confidence from your feedback, I will publish another PR for adding MSHV backend.
I still haven't
Yeah.
posted my review. There's one thing that I think we discussed, but I'll just briefly mention. So the one of the interfaces on the hypervisor has the get memory overhead calculation function, and the same function is being called in the controller. But there's another PR that Barak posted recently that basically puts that overhead when it's being calculated already in the controller, it puts it in the VMI status. So my thinking was that maybe we don't need this function at all on the hypervisor side, and we'll just use that pre-calculated field, and then this will reduce this burden of having to recalculate this. And I wonder if we can or should do it as part of this series of enhancements.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, we would still need to keep it part of the one of the interfaces, right? Because this is hypervisor specific. But you're right in that we can remove the call from the word handler to this function because the VMI has already been defined.
Yeah.
I mean, the status has already been populated.
Yeah, exactly. Just one of the interfaces will have that and not the other.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, just to belabor the point, the second the interface that is invoked by the word handler does not expose that function because the get memory overhead calculation is internal detail about of one of the interfaces functions. So when we call adjust resources for VFIO VMs, that's when the memory overhead is computed. So it's not exposed to the KubeVirt code.
Perfect. Oh, okay.
From handler. Yeah, but we can definitely leverage the status field.
I have one question about this. Is it that the previous discussion is over?
Could you repeat the last part?
Is the previous discussion over, or can I ask another question about this PR?
Yes, please. I think it is over. Please go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, have you? Can I when I review this? Is it possible to review commit by commit, or is it as one chunk I should review?
it is possible to review commit by commit. So I haven't labeled it, but I have progressively made changes to different components, starting from the controller, operator, node labeler, handler, and launcher. So you might be able to figure that out from the changes. So you can go commit by commit, sure.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. And I saw the comment Vladik made on the API PR, so I will rebase it and push it. So it looks like everybody's on board.
Yeah, thank you. I'll also definitely take a look on this. Any other thoughts?
Not thoughts,
Cool.
but I just want to mention I wanted to give it a look as well. Just didn't have the time yet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there is a small thing that I wanted to mention quickly. Just a second. Yeah, it's basically there's like a new cool project that Vladik and I started. Basically, it's an agent, a web monitoring agent. You can see all the details in the agenda doc. Basically, it monitors webs. It maintains a Google Sheet. It sends alerts on Slack, and it's in a very early development phase, and it doesn't really work well yet. But all the fundamentals are there, and I think it's a cool project and a nice experiment. And maybe if it really gets to a working state, we can think about how we can use it as a community and maybe move the repo into the KubeVirt organization. But yeah, let's see. And if you have any thoughts or want to help contribute, that would be great. Yeah, so that's just a small thing. And what we can do now is look at the implementation PRs maybe, and if somebody needs special attention, please let me know. Okay, so we've been talking about HowShirt's PRs. We have this small implementation.
There should be a draft PR for DRA. I can talk quickly about that if you want.
Sure. Is it a specific PR?
Yeah, 16556.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is still work in progress. If you open the commits, there are two commits right now. One is removing the device status field in virtual machine status, the older one. And the newer one is basically adding a new parsing logic. This is still TBD because we need to agree on the Kubernetes cap about the parsing logic, but the older one, which is removing the DRA status, is going to be needed anyway. So yeah, my plan is to convert this draft into ready state as soon as the Kubernetes cap freeze date goes away. So that would be around mid-Feb. Considering that is later in the release cycle, is it okay for it? Does this plan sound good, or do we need to, change, shuffle things around?
I mean, from my perspective, this should be fine. I mean, we're not graduating. We're staying in alpha. Worst case scenario, we can update the web later. But I mean, yeah. Did you refer to like? I mean, what do you mean later in the cycle? Would it would be before code freeze? Do you care about like in which version exactly it would be adjusted to the new version?
No. I think my question was specifically to make reviews easier and review time easier. So this device metadata struct or the whole API, right? That is going to be standardized and it will change as per what is decided in that cap. I have the first proposal about this structure implemented here, but it is subject to change. So my question was from review perspective, how should we pace this work so that we have minimum churn? And in order to solve for that problem, I was thinking of asking for reviews only after that cap is merged, which means we'll have a little bit less time than everyone else in this cycle.
Yeah, sounds perfectly fine by me. And I mean, we can even even if we miss the code freeze for some reason, we can at least from my view even backport it, because it's like it's sort of a bug fix. You know, if it's changing on the Kubernetes side, and you know, we're talking about an alpha feature anyway. So from my perspective, I don't think it should be a problem. And
okay,
yeah,
awesome.
and like I agree with just what.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'll keep working on this and ping you guys once it is in a reviewable state.
Awesome, thank you. Are there any other people that need special attention on stuff before I just glance over PRs that I see? Okay. This is, by the way, from my side, it's ready to review. Nothing too special here. You know, basically adding another slice to disable feature gates. Nothing too interesting. If somebody wants to take a look, it would be appreciated. Do we know of any web that that is that hasn't been implemented yet, and maybe we should be worried about it?
Yes, there is one web, the feature discovery, which I am going to start this week. It's yep, 161.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a prototype which I think I linked in the web PR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's here. So yeah, I'm going to begin doing that this week.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. If there's any, you know, problem or something that's blocking you, let us know.
Sure. Thanks.
So yeah, I see that not too. Yeah.
Yeah, Itamar, I think that Web 115, it was about the PCIe NUMA topology awareness. I will try to reach out Web Auto to see how it goes, because I don't think there is a PR for that.
Yeah, not too much pressure at this point, but you know, the sooner the better. It's always always true. Okay. So do we have anything else to talk about? What do people think? This is the complete list of implementations as we speak, and it's not too big. I don't see like anything demands discussion at this point. Any other topics from anyone?
No, but I think we need to find a way to have a list of to make it visible what PRs are associated with which web, and then be able to track those. But yeah, I mean, this is something that we need to work on.
But isn't the approved web label already
Yeah,
that?
You're right, but I mean, sometimes there's a situation where people are not specifying the web, like not referencing the web in the description, and then you don't get the label, and yeah, but that's on one hand. But on the other hand, even if you do have the label, you don't have the visibility of which webs already have PRs to them and which webs don't.
Yeah, Vladik, apologize but for the first issue that you described, it's a missing part from the developer. I mean, how can we link PRs to web if the author is not providing the link? I mean, it's
yeah, you're right.
Kind of hard. I mean, I agree with this with the second point. That having a full picture of the web has this PR, this open PR. But for the first issue that you describe, it's kind of art, I would say, and
I think this is more on the agent side. I mean, the agent need to say, "Hey, there's this web that doesn't have any PRs," and
yes, exactly. Yeah. This can be helpful. I'd say, hey, this web doesn't have any linked PR, so in this way, maybe the author is, is being that he needs to link the PR.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty. So if there isn't anything else, thank you very much, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.